Good morning, Malta and Gozo, and welcome to another episode of Lovin Daily. My name is Yannick Pach, and with me is Tim Diakon, and we're going to be running you through today's top stories. Just a quick reminder before we start, if we haven't subscribed to Lovin Daily, just do so. You'll receive a daily breakdown of the day's news straight to your inbox. So on to our headlines. Robert Abela will be publishing the public inquiry. Robert Abela has just published the findings of the public inquiry. An OnlyFans star has made over €2 million in less than 2 years while based in Malta. A Brisbane man who asked the shop owner to sleep with his wife over an unpaid bill. Vaccinated COVID-19 patients who died this year weren't killed by the virus, a Malta Day consultant has confirmed. And the Xira local council has called for the removal of the duck village following mounting reports of negligence.
So breaking story today, the Prime Minister has just published the report in the public inquiry report into the assassination of Daphne Caruana Galizia. So details will be coming out on lovinmalta.com about the findings of this report. But just as a reminder, this inquiry was this public inquiry was requested by Daphne Caruana Galizia's family. They've been requesting it for years. The government of Malta kept on resisting all attempts to set up this inquiry until the Council of Europe essentially forced their hand. It was set up in December 2019, and it has been hearing all sorts of witnesses from the former Prime Minister Joseph Muscat, Keith Schembri, Melvin Toma, the family of the Caruana Galizias. And the point of this inquiry is not to establish any kind of guilt over who killed Daphne Caruana Galizia and why, but whether the state had any kind of responsibility, or whether it could have prevented, whether its actions or omissions or lack of actions led to circumstances towards the journalist's assassination. I haven't read this inquiry report yet, but I have been to a few of these sittings, and the judges seemed extremely critical of the players involved, including the police, including top government officials. So I am expecting quite a critical report. Just one final note, whatever this inquiry does say, I really do think this is the way forward for many things. This issue of hearing evidence in public for something that's extremely in the public interest. It's the first time a public inquiry that has happened in Malta, even though it has been a legal instrument for several years. The first time it's been utilized, and I really do hope that it sort of sets a precedent for other cases of national interest moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, I think it should have been broadcast live throughout for people to be able to watch it. Anyway, moving on to our second story. It's a slightly a different story. An OnlyFans star has made over €2 million in less than 2 years while based in Malta after struggling to make ends meet in her hotel job that she was working. OnlyFans is an online content sharing platform where users can share content ranging from everything to creative writing and poetry to pornography and other X-rated content, as is this case. Describing her story to Lad Bible, Mia Karina said that she had met her boyfriend in Malta and they quickly realized that they needed more money to be able to live comfortably on the island. She said that her boyfriend had recommended or mentioned the platform to her, which she was initially very hesitant about because she felt that she was a shy person, but eventually the thought she kept dwelling on the idea and eventually decided to take the plunge. She said that her earnings increased to about €12,000 a month immediately and kept growing after that. And today she makes, according to her, roughly $250,000 every month. Quite a big increase. Karina has since moved to the UK and is the owner has set up 2 companies and bought various properties. And she said that she will continue to put out content in order for her to make enough money to make the investments that she wants to make, basically. And the story has been sort of criticized because it has been seen as promoting this sort of work, but at the end of the day, it is a reality that is with us today.
Yeah, no, it's not promoting it. It's just literally clarifying that there is this new kind of economic niche that's forming that people can tap into. Not obviously, these are a small percentage of people who will get it. So just to clarify something else, what was said earlier, we've just been informed that the inquiry has not yet been published, but it is expected to be published later on today. And on to our next story, a court has granted a man from Bir Zabuja 3 years of probation after a pretty shocking and bizarre incident that happened at a shop in Santa Venera 3 years ago. So the court heard that this man had entered the shop. He was trying to buy some items. It was a grocer, tried to buy some items. He didn't have any money, and then he asked the shop owner if he could trade his wife and his wife's friend as a sleeping partner in exchange, which is unbelievable. Obviously, the grocer refused, and this guy came back with a gun and proceeded to rob his store and his cash register. So he hasn't been jailed for it. He's received 3 years probation, and after he pleaded guilty as well to all the charges against him, so that would have reduced his sentence. It
seems like he was struggling with some form of addiction, if I'm not mistaken, and I suppose there were other circumstances that led to the punishment that he got. But yes, I mean, definitely a bizarre story and the bizarre way of getting groceries, to be quite honest. The next story is about COVID-19. A public health consultant who heads Malta Day's Infectious Disease Prevention and Control Unit has confirmed that all fully vaccinated patients who passed away this year died of other health-related issues and not COVID-19. Tanya Melillo was speaking on an interview on Newsbook yesterday when she said that 10 fully vaccinated people died while positive for the virus this year. However, she said in none of those cases was it the virus that actually killed them. She said that if anything, the vaccine had helped them in the sense that it wasn't the virus that actually killed them. The public health expert also confirmed that 22 out of the 36 COVID-19 patients currently receiving hospital treatment aren't fully vaccinated, while the remaining 14 are. The one patient in ITU is unvaccinated. An analysis of the COVID-19 cases registered in Malta in July shows that roughly 78% of people were unvaccinated. So there is quite clear evidence that the vaccine is helping. In fact, the country is currently experiencing another surge of active cases. However, hospitalizations have so far remained low. So hopefully that continues.
Good to see some more detailed explanation on the cases. We all have the daily bulletin that we can see every day, but it's not. It doesn't always give the full picture. So good to see the public health experts actually reaching out and giving a clear view of the situation, and it's good news in terms of the vaccine drive. And finally, Podog village in Gżira, the small de facto village, so to speak, on the bridge of Manuel Island, has come under serious criticism after animal activists found that it was infested with rats, that the water of the ducks was infested with leeches. Some really disgusting photos of it, and the food was low quality, or it wasn't there at all. And the fact that Gżira local council has taken an official stance now in favour of the removal of that village, which it was going to be removed anyway because of the development going on over there. But now the council has officially come out in favour of removing it, which is really sad, I think. I know it's causes some controversy because of the rats, which is a fair point, and that and the stench. But it's, whenever I go there, I always stop to take a look at it. And I'm never the only one. There's always someone, usually tourists, who take a look and to feed the ducks.
Maybe the council should take it on.
That's what I was
take care of it themselves, rather than just close it down. Just make sure that it's properly maintained and leave the attraction which clearly people enjoy seeing.
Agree. Agree. And that's all from us today. Make sure you follow lovinmalta.com for all the latest developments, and have a day full of lovin'.